Alright, so I'm about to do a quick video of all my video game systems at the moment that I have. And this here is the Game Gear Micro, just because I happened to pick it up first. This one's already in the box. Most of my stuff was out of the boxes and it was inside this display media cabinet, so that's one of the reasons why I'm making this video, is because I'm needing to put my stuff back in the boxes, but this one happened to already be in the box. This was a nice find on eBay, and that's how small it is, the Game Gear Micro. And I think I paid a little bit under retail price when this thing first came out, like on eBay, and I just got this one a few months ago, so mine actually came with the instruction manual and everything too. So and there's a way to add your own ROMs to it as well, but I'll get into that another time. The box is a little damaged here, but otherwise it's mint. It looks like it came straight from Japan, and this is the Shining Force version. Anyways, next up is the Geo Mini. This is just the box. This one I happened to get for $30 back in 2020, right when this thing went on clearance. So I have the bags and everything for it. The console itself is right here. I kept mine natural and decided not to remove any of the stickers. And you can do a hack for this as well and add all the games by removing all the screws. But anyways, this is the bag that it goes into, so let's go ahead and put that away. There's a little bit of dust there. It's funny, I only have a piece of toilet paper to remove some of the dust. We're not going to be perfect here. We're going to just clean it up a little bit and get everything back into the bags and the boxes since we're not using them. Because I just don't like to have all these game consoles thrown into my entertainment center. So I'm not even sure it fits very well in this bag, but we don't care. Anyways, it's got all the original stickers and everything, all the great stuff. Okay, so can we get this thing in there? You know what? It actually doesn't really fit that well. Let me try something else. So these mini consoles are actually quite difficult to put away once you have all the boxes and everything. So I got it in there. And now we got our, now it fits. Or I thought it was fitting. There we go, now it fits. I got my stickers. Might as well show you these. The great Neo Geo stickers. Neo Geo Mini stickers. Brand new. You won't find those around anymore. But anyways, like I said, I paid $30 for this console, for this Neo Geo Mini console that I have on my lap right here. And this is the box and everything. But we got it back together. And box. All right. So that looks a lot better now. And I can put this on a shelf somewhere. Maybe. See, once you get it back together, there could be something flimsy like this bottom piece here. Always annoying. So what does this go underneath the whole box now? That is very annoying, but I got it. All right, I luckily actually got the thing back together. Now it's normal. And you know what? It doesn't even have the AC adapter in there, or the cable. That's the least of our problems right now. So we got the Neo Geo Mini, the Genesis Micro. Next up is the Genesis Mini. And this is just the empty box for it. And this is the Model 2 Genesis Mini, which I actually didn't use that many times. This has the new controller in there because I'm using a wireless 8-bit DO, as you can see here, wireless 8-bit DO controller. Let's go ahead and get the controller in there. I don't know how this thing is going to fit in there. Well, where did it go? Where is the Genesis Mini 2 system? Oh, it's so small I can't even find it. Here we go. So Genesis Mini 2 system. Right over here. And that is part of the 8-bit DO controller. And I wonder if I can fit it in there with the controller. Yep, that actually fits quite nicely. Not like it's probably meant to fit in the box, but let me see if I can close it. So long as I can get the box closed, I really don't care. Well, it's difficult to get these things in there. We'll put it in a plastic bag. We'll take the time to do that really quick. There's actually a there's a foam thing to put it in, which I think is supposed to be for the console itself. We'll just put it in backwards here so the controller dongle fits. Well, let's see if we can get it into the box. I think we got it. What pain. Yeah, that works. It fits. Now we just have to fit the controller. Alright, perfect. And there's an extra plastic bag to stuff in there at the top. And so now we got it in there with the dongle already connected to it. Because for now, like I said, we're just putting things away and organizing things. So we have our Genesis Mini Model 2. There you go. And this is the 8-bit DO wireless Genesis controller. I got a whole stack of 8-bit DO controllers right in front of me now. As you can see, the NES box, but we'll get to that later. This is the Genesis box 8-bit DO. We'll put this away. So this video is actually just showing you each item that I have since these were already taken out and everything. I got the instructions. I got a cable here. This is where the dongle was supposed to be. So basically, these don't have to be put into the box perfectly in order to fit. So I'm just trying to get everything closed and ready to go. Yeah, I don't like how this is like stuffed into the box. That's annoying. Alright. Yeah. I don't want the cable to be like this. Cable has to be good. These all use a micro USB cable, so it's annoying to keep removing the cables and everything. So the cable goes like this. I'm not even sure if I put this thing in there. The cable's actually supposed to go like in the box somewhere in the package. I would think maybe underneath. That's where it's supposed to go. Cable's supposed to go in there. Now it'll close. That is annoying. Alright, so now we have 8-bit Geo Genesis controller. Next up is TurboGrafx 16 controller by 8-bit Geo, I should say. This one has the cable inside already, and the controller itself, the wireless 8-bit Geo. For those of you who are interested in buying one of these controllers, I had to get like 3 or 4 of them until I found one that worked from Amazon, because they were sending out a whole bunch of defective ones for some reason. Anyways, I generally don't do video edits, so y'all can fast forward and do that yourself. It's just time consuming to do those video edits. But that's the TurboGrafx 16 controller. Next up is the SNES controller. This one I had bought the Famicom color version, but they're all the same controller. From what I understand, they have really low stock on these, or they're completely sold out of the SNES Mini version anyway. So you won't find this controller unless you pay more money for it. You pay top dollar because they're out of production. But this one fits just like the others. And I'm not going to put the dongle back there because it's actually in my SNES Mini system at the moment. So I'm having some more trouble getting this thing back in here. Well, it's because the instructions were crammed in there, which isn't good. We don't want that. We don't want the instructions to be bent. Alright. So that is the SNES 8-bit Geo. Now, see, I was going to do this anyway, just to clean up my place. Here's the NES 8-bit Geo in the box. See, I was going to do this anyway, but I figured, might as well put it on video. That's the reason why this is being recorded. And I happen to know for a fact that YouTube videos can go on for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. If you see my previous videos that I did of Diablo 4, I have one video where I played for 8 hours. Anyways, we got the NES Mini controller. That is. Now we got the whole set on my table that's right beside me. So the next console that we have here is the Genesis 1. Now I have an SD card in there. because this one, unlike the Genesis Model 2, is actually really hackable. So you can actually add all your ROMs that you want to it. This one has a much bigger box, as you can see, and the 3-button controllers. So let's get it back inside the box. So this video is running a little bit longer because it's taking a while for me to put everything away. Now I know for a fact that the box itself this box itself will hold the console. Hopefully that won't fall off my table right here. I got dropping more plastic pieces. This is the thing that was inside the cartridge slot, which isn't really real, but and this was for some kind of cable or something. We got another plastic bag here that's actually for the console itself that we can put in there. Yep, I'm gonna try to leave my my micro SD card or my USB drive card. Well, that's not gonna work. It worked with the Model 2, but it's not gonna work with the Model 1. So we're gonna have to remove that. We're gonna have to remove this, and what we'll do is we will place it somewhere else. So here we go. The Model 1. Make sure you got back into the box. And there's more plastic parts that we can put in there if they will fit. This is for cables, so we don't need to use this. Now, this one they really gave you a lot more stuff with it, I guess. They gave you an extra controller. This was back before COVID-19. And this one I remember getting at Target for $40 or something. And they were clearancing these things out. I think I'll just hang on to my SD drive for now. We'll put that away somewhere else so it doesn't get lost. But everything is put away now with this thing. You just have to close the top. And then at the end, I'll show you all the consoles in the box. Just one last time. So, skipping to something totally different here. This is the box to my Terra Onion mode for my Sega Saturn, which happens to be right in front of me right now, but I'm not going to pick it up and show you it. It's just an ordinary Sega Saturn, and inside this box is my now unused Sega Saturn drive once I got the Terra Onion mode. Now this one, the mode will hold any games that you want for the Saturn. So it's awesome, and I highly recommend it. For those who don't know what the mode is or don't know what the Sega Saturn is, here is a box to the Geo Mini controller. And this one I just have sitting on my floor for right now, but it was previously inside the media cabinet. This one, as you can see, it doesn't have the clicky thumbsticks, as many others have mentioned. And it's got a cable, it's not wireless. So it's the 4th of July. I'm hearing some commotion outside of some kind. But anyway, there's 2 plastic bags for some reason. I'm not sure why. One of them must be for this controller itself. I don't know how this is going to work here. I don't know how we're going to get this thing put away. I think we got it. The cable's on the top and the controller is just pushed into the bottom a little bit. That looks like it'll be okay, I guess. See, it's somewhat difficult in fitting these things in the box with the cables and everything. It sort of feels like you're stuffing it in sometimes. I guess that's what a twist tie is for. Well, yeah, there's actually a twist tie right there, but I'm not going to bother doing that. That'll just be annoying if I want to use this thing again. Now, the only issue I have is I can't fit this plastic bag in there now. Let's see. So yeah, this is taking longer than I thought. You're just going to have to fast forward or skip ahead to certain parts of the video that you want to see if you're actually watching this. And I think I'll open this up a little bit to get it back into the box so we can stuff that in to the corner there. And now everything fits into the box like I wanted it to. Yeah, I mean, because I have an Xbox Series S, so I haven't used this Geo Mini console in quite some time. In fact, I've used it as a portable, but not for a while, so I think I'll put everything back in the box for right now. That way everything is good. Now, one console I have here, the next one is the PC Engine Mini. So this one also has the dongle from before, and we're going to keep that the way it was. Here's the box for it, the PC Engine Mini. This one I actually ended up getting from Japan. It shipped to me from a special website, one of those Japan shipping converters. I forget their name right now, but I did do a previous video with them in it, which you could find and check out. And so this one, hopefully the dongle will fit. This one has the red thing in the back, as you can see. But I'm not going to go ahead and do a review of these consoles. I'm just putting them away, as you can see. Maybe I'll take them back out again in another video. But yep, I'm not going to be doing any editing. Let's see. So this one doesn't really fit with the dongle. We could remove the dongle. And then it fits quite well into the box. And mine actually has the original controller unused, since I'm using the 8-bit DO controller wireless. That's what makes these systems pretty great, is because they have the 8-bit DO wireless controllers that can be used with them. So I'm just going to put the dongle right in the box because there's plenty of room for it. And because they gave us a bigger box for this one, PC Engine Mini, which, by the way, is the Japan version of the TurboGrafx 16 Mini, and it's the exact same thing, minus a couple different games. I'll show you the back of the box once I get this thing back in here. Good to go. PC Engine Mini. This is the one that's available for a cheaper price. Cheaper than the TurboGrafx 16 Mini by far. Now, I'm stacking these things up here. We're gonna have to use a different side. And my other console here is the SNES Mini. Now this one, actually, I don't have a box. I got this one refurbished from Nintendo. And what I decided to do is I took a Sharpie and I just wrote NES, SNES. So we can keep track of those two dongles, since they're both identical looking. And I got the controller here, which has a very short cable. It's already tangled with a power plug to one of my other consoles. That looks like the Xbox power cord. But I got two of these controllers. One of them is already put away. One of them is put away in one of those twist ties, but this one is not. So the really short cable with an extension cord makes it really long, or makes it reasonably long with the extension cord. So I'm gonna have to fold this thing up and put it away. For this one, I'll just put into my trusty box that I have here. And once we get done with that, alright, it's back in the box. I'll just show you real quick some other controllers. So I have this plastic case that I use for all my Saturn controllers, and there's a lot of Saturn controllers, as you can see. I had gotten these from eBay from an auction once I got my Sega Saturn mode, and this helps get rid of the dust. So I got a 3D black controller, I got a 3D white controller, I have this third-party controller, which is pretty strange looking, and I'll do this while I make a mess of all my controllers again. And I have the original gray controller for my Japan Saturn. Two of those, actually. Same controller. Two of those gray controllers. Exactly the same. I'll put these back in there. Now, just put them away again, and this helps a lot with the spaghetti of the wires, twisted and all over the place, and it also helps with the dust. So just this case, I don't even know what was in this originally. It could have been like socks or something. I don't even remember, but I got this little case for it with a really crummy zipper, but it does its job and prevents the dust from getting into my game controllers. And there's some people that are saying, well, you should edit your videos. Well, I don't want to take the time to do that right now. Here's another Saturn controller that I forgot. This one I just keep out like on my desk. Gets a little bit of dust on it, but because this is the one that I use when I'm not using the 3D controllers. I use this one even with my Japan Saturn, because in my opinion, this is one of controllers that's made the best for the system. The American Model 2 Saturn controller. Anyways, I'll go ahead and show you this as well since it's already in front of me. This goes with the Sega Genesis Model 2, and it's sealed completely. I was thinking about possibly selling it because I paid $60 and now it's worth close to $200. But I really don't want to sell it. I want to hang on to it for the time being because it's really just a collector's item. It's all for show. It doesn't do anything with the console itself. But it's got the Sega CD right here and a fake Sega CD and the cartridge. But I'm not going to bother opening that since it's sealed. Maybe I'll do that at some point in the future. It's really just a little piece of tape here that opens up. So in theory I could do that and it won't make that much of a difference. It'll just be opened. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I don't think I'm gonna continue for now. But all my stuff is, as you can see, is all boxed up and good. Controllers, Genesis. Yeah, I was thinking I might be able to show you all these at the end, but obviously I can't lift them all up without them falling down all over the place. Anyways, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment, and I will make more videos.